Alrighty guys, I want to first off apologize about our setting. I'm sure the video quality is not going to be the best, and maybe even the audio quality. I have tried to film this video a couple of times at home, but I keep having to stop and then I'm starting back over because I keep losing my train of thought from where I was whenever I get back to refilming. Long story short, last minute, I found out yesterday I have family coming to stay with us just for one night on their way to a job site. So I have to go grocery shopping and I have to get gas in my car just in case I need to drive them anywhere. My car's almost on empty. So there's no other time than the present to sit and film. I am probably not going to be looking at the camera at all. So if that annoys you, I'm sorry. I understand people have concerns with people filming and driving. I understand that. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm not going very far. Not that that's an excuse. I understand this is dangerous. I do not encourage other people to do it as well. But this is something that I've been trying to film for like 2 days now. And once I get all my thoughts out, people will probably be like, really? I struggle, believe it or not, to really put my thoughts cohesively together in a way that it makes sense. And there is a good chance that that is not going to happen with this video. I thought I would be able to film it today. Turns out I have way more on my plate than I anticipated. And I have other things going on tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to film tomorrow. So I want to have a video for you guys. So I am resulting to attempting one of these. Pretty much, I guess the best way to start it, and you know, like I said, this is probably going to be all over the place. If that bothers you, I understand if you don't watch this video or stick around. But I have been doing for the past, I don't know, 4 months or so, I've been really examining, you know, my life and trying to better myself, trying to catch myself, and prevent further harm and all of that stuff, like with my own mental health, you know, making the decision to quit my job and to start my business, and cutting out relationships in my life that were bringing toxicity and negativity into my life. I've been doing a lot of overhauling, and a good bit of it you guys don't see because it has to do with my personal life. And I think some of it has kind of started to affect how I think about my channel and what I want to continue to create and what I kind of want to move away from, and topics that I want to talk about. And a lot of it has to do with finding a good, healthy, I always talk about boundaries, and I feel like I have really healthy ones, but I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's sometimes that I, you know, don't hold myself to boundaries that I put into place. I've done that a few times with Katie Joy, and the community as a whole has gotten to be such a mess. And I don't want to say it's any one person's fault. I think it's been a collaborative effort unintentionally that has just made this community very hard to be a part of or want to be a part of, because, no offense, and I'm not saying all of you guys or everyone, but there's just so much negativity going on, and it's been going on for a few months. And to be honest, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of constantly having to explain myself or feel that I have to validate my experiences that I personally have had with Katie or anything like that. I've always been really open and transparent with you guys when I talk about her or just general topics on the platform. But lately it seems when I go anywhere else, I don't feel welcome. And it's even worse whenever you are being sent stuff, which is fine. Like, I understand. I'm not here to make friends. I don't think anybody is on YouTube to make friends. And if you are, you may want to contemplate looking elsewhere, because creators are not always who they say they are or who they portray themselves to be. And I think everybody knows that, but it's a little caveat that I think gets lost on some people at times. But I don't want to deal with the negativity. I don't want to deal with the toxicity that talking about Katie has become, that the community has evolved into. I mean, I'm just being honest with you guys. I don't want to make any more content. Do I have content that I have thought of in a very, very similar to the last video I made about advocacy and different topics? Yeah, I have. And I really was going to kind of do a couple of videos like that, but I've scrapped those videos. I've deleted what I had ready, because I am just, for a lack of a better term, I'm over it. Katie's going to continue to be problematic, and there's plenty of channels to pick from who talk about Katie. You know, I'm not saying that my opinion isn't anything groundbreaking or anything like that. I know people appreciated my opinion and where I was coming from and how I delivered it. I'm still going to do that on commentary, but I'm just not going to probably be making videos moving forward at all about Katie. And part of it is Katie, and part of it is the community. And I know that that's going to upset people. I know people are going to feel like I maybe am talking about them. And to be honest, I'm not talking about any one person or any one creator. And that's a lot of why I kind of want to stop, because I have made over the past couple of months a few videos just talking about problematic things that I see on YouTube in general. I made a video about moderators. I've made a video about sad fishing, a couple of other topics, just like topics that are brought up that are terms that are thrown around on the platform. And I will be honest with you guys, I don't have makeup on. I will be honest with you guys, like, if I feel a certain way about a certain situation, I will talk about the certain situation. I'm not going to shy away from talking about stuff because of backlash. Although I'm not one to really deal with backlash, I'm not going to prevent myself from stating my opinion because I'm fearful of that, if that makes sense. But what has happened is some people, creators and subscribers alike, that has been sent to me, have clearly made decisions about those videos and assume that they are about a particular situation or a particular creator, and that I'm just here to throw shade. It was my way of getting my opinion out. And I can honestly tell you, if you believe that, then that's your opinion. You can believe it. But that was not my intention with those videos. The videos that I made like that were because I see it across the platform. I, as well as many other people, consume a lot of different kind of YouTube content. I actually don't watch hardly any Katie content anymore. Since about December, January of this year, I stopped engaging with any kind of content about her. Maybe February, until I started to see the behaviors more recently that I've talked about. Then I did some research then. But aside from that, I really have not been in the Katie community. I've been elsewhere, and I see the same things, and it just so happens to be that the same things are happening in the Katie community, and people just assume that I'm trying to shade them. And I am not that kind of person. I'm not the kind of person to sit here and throw shade at people. If I have a strong opinion, I will voice that opinion, even if it's going to result in people being mad at me or people being upset with me. I have learned that if people can't understand that we as adults can have a difference of opinion and move on from that and still be supportive, and they want to leave because I voice an opinion they disagree with, or I say something that they disagree with, if we can't have an adult conversation about that or be willing to just put it behind us, then we're really not acting like adults. And a lot of that has been going on, and I'm just disheartened over it. I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to feel like if I talk about Katie or if I talk about something, people are going to shade me or assume I'm talking about them, and then which results in them talking poorly about me, and then it getting sent to me that they're talking poorly about me. Okay. I think people, subscribers and other creators who see things that are being said or done about a creator that they like, they feel they need to be defensive, and they show the creator they like what they see or what they saw being said because they want them to be aware. But personally, like, it doesn't affect me. I understand people aren't going to like me. I understand creators aren't going to like me. They're not going to support me. They may support me one minute and not support me the other minute. That's their choice. Just like it's my choice to support and not support people, or to support people publicly and not support people publicly. There's been a lot of situations that have happened in this community that I haven't talked about because I have the self-awareness and can check the hypocrisy within myself of talking about it, knowing that if I talk about it, it doesn't translate to other situations or even to myself in the big picture. It doesn't translate for me to hold one person accountable but not the next for the same or very similar behavior. And a lot of that is going on right now in YouTube in general. That's why I have just kind of changed gears on how I've been doing content and have been doing generalized topics and talking about other problematic creators, because I'm burnt out. I'm burnt out on Katie, and I'm burnt out on this community. And I will admit to you guys, like, I appreciate all of you. It's not like on deaf ears that you guys aren't supporting me because of Katie. You haven't found me because of Katie, or maybe other channels that had shouted me out during that time frame and vice versa. I understand that. And I really genuinely do appreciate all of you very much. And I hope you guys are going to stick around for the long haul and the ride with me. But my content is going to kind of change. I'm not really going to focus on Katie. Like I said, I hardly ever have been one to keep up with her daily antics. So there's probably not going to be Katie content. Maybe occasionally if something very atrocious happens, I will talk about it. But aside from that, I'm really not going to engage with that content anymore. I intend to cover other problematic creators, stuff that's happening now. I'm going to always do my open discussions. So my content, as far as like what kind of content, it's going to remain the same. But if you're expecting Katie content, I can't promise that it's going to come. And I can't say that there's not a chance I won't ever make a video about Katie again. It's all going to be very dependent. And for right now, I'm just being transparent and honest with you guys that I am taking a very, very needed break from Katie. And watching her and it's no shade to any content creator who does cover Katie, but I just haven't been around, and I don't plan on being around because it's just way too consuming, and it's very toxic, and it's very negative. And I really genuinely hope that everybody takes a step back and kind of does look at the big picture of things and makes sure that they're okay with what they're still doing. And that is not shade to any creator. If they are gung-ho full for making any kind of particular content, whether it's Katie or otherwise, and they are in it and they're loving it and they're enjoying making that content, then absolutely continue to create it. But at this point, not that it was ever happy, but I felt justified in bringing awareness to behaviors. And at this point, it's more of a task when I think of making another video because she's done something really crazy or really upsetting. It's more daunting on me. And I don't want to end up making content that my heart's not in. And I feel like that's going to happen. And I've been having these conversations with myself. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I hope nobody is too mad, but again, I understand not everyone's going to be happy with this video. But it's kind of where I'm at, and I think people have kind of felt that something weird was going on with my content lately, and I just feel that I need to just get it out so we all are on the same page moving forward for now. But with all of that being said, I am going to go ahead. I've been sitting at the gas pump this whole time. Luckily, this is a large gas station, but I need to get gas. So I will see you guys later. I hope you all are having a good day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And until next time, bye guys.